So we're back front of the VGC guide, and this time we're looking at Shiftry. It got a massive buff. Early Bird was kind of useless on a grass Pokemon that's immune to Spore. Wind Rider is a busted ability. Being immune to wind moves, Bleak Wind Storm, you Wall Tornadus, Icy Wind, you Wall Tornadus as well, like Heat Waves and all that stuff as well. That's a fantastic ability just on its own, being immune to the wind moves. But also getting attack boost when you're hit by the wind moves. That's pretty busted. But also being able to get that attack boost when you get the Tailwind set up, that it can set itself, is actually pretty busted too. It's just a shame about its stats. Getting really excited about the buff on the Shiftry, but its stats kind of let it down. Brambleghast is way stronger. Brambleghast found success at the World Championships. They got top 16 of the World Championships. With the Pokemon that frail, because it's so strong with Wind Rider. Wind Rider was that good. But Shiftry can set Tailwind for itself. The partners can set Tailwind, then Shiftry can free up another move slot. For one of these, for example, this is not a recommended moveset, these are just other moves that can be in that slot. But at the same time, it gets Tailwind. It can do it itself. It can give itself an attack boost and a speed boost. I guess double its speed boost. It's kind of like a shift gear for Shiftry. That's kind of what it is. But, you know, being able to set Tailwind yourself, that's good. Doesn't have to be itself. It can make room for any of these. Terra Normal Explosion, it can go for that. If you go for Tailwind and Terra Normal Explosion, you're KOing things. You should probably pair this with a Noivern of all things, because Noivern gets Telepathy. And then you'll be able to get that Terra Normal Explosion. That is almost certainly 2 KOs. I would be very surprised if anything's going to be able to survive that Terra Normal Explosion after the Wind Rider, giving it an effective Choice Band boost, especially if you give it a Choice Band as well and really commit to it. But Focus Sash, you probably want Focus Sash. It's so frail. Like, well, not so frail, but frail enough that the Focus Sash is kind of mandatory. And then you can just invest as much as you can into attack. If you're trying to bolt this out with an Assault Vest, then you're sacrificing some of the attack to be able to get worthwhile bulk, and then you're kind of not making use of the Wind Rider that you really should be. So Focus Sash is the way to go. Sucker Punch is definitely worth considering as well. Knockoff is the strongest Dark type attack and has utility, but Sucker Punch is good priority. That's a perfectly viable move to have. And you can definitely have Sucker Punch over Tailwind if your other Pokemon on your team has Tailwind already. For some reason this gets Will-O-Wisp. I have no idea why. It's a good move though. Low Kick is good coverage with your Grass and Dark. Like Dark and Fighting is very good coverage apart from just Fairies, and then the Leaf Blades can hit that as well. So you can definitely get away with it, multiple movesets on the Shiftry. It's really nice that it got buffed. It's not the greatest Pokemon ever, because Wind Rider is a super busted ability, but they kind of limited it so that it's on fine Pokemon. Like, this is fine.